Hello. Now you might look at the title and wonder, what's a Grand-Dadulry Mario? And the thing is, this right here, this is a Grand-Dadulry Mario. Like, look at this. You look at that and tell me that that's not a 7 Granddad. Anyway. You might also be wondering, why? Like, why am I playing a Game Boy game? And many people wonder that in their lives. You know, like, there's so many games to play in this world. Many people would not spend their time with Super Mario Land. Well, at least most sane people wouldn't. However, I am not the average... Okay, that's nice. I'm not the average sane person. Well, that's weird. There's a checkpoint. I wonder if there's not enough memory in the Game Boy to send you back to the first part of the stage, so it can only load you on part of the level. But yeah, part of the reason why I want to play this game is because, well, first of all, I've never played it before, but second of all, so this is spoilers for the Galaxy movie, but at the end of the Galaxy movie, that is a weird star theme. It's just can. Anyways, at the end of the Galaxy movie, like the end credits, you know, that movies have these end credits all the time because, you know, they need to give you a reason to watch the credits and whatnot. And anyways, the end credits of the Galaxy movie showed Daisy. And that's like... You know how for the Galaxy movie they kept, you know, doing a bunch of... I can do this. They did a bunch of, like, Galaxy stuff. You know, they re-released Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Switch. And then they also did, you know, all the amiibos, and they updated Galaxy 2. So the thing is that, like, for the Galaxy movie, Nintendo invested heavily in Super Mario Galaxy as a brand. Okay. And, okay. So, naturally, what's the next movie is going to be about Daisy. Or it's going to have Daisy in it. We know that much. And it's like, I need to invest in Daisy. And it's like, what's the one Mario game that Daisy has been in? That it's like, this is Daisy, this is what Daisy is. It's the Mario Land. Because that's where she's from the Mario Land. So I need to get ahead of the curve. Because, you know, I wasn't really... The big winners from the Galaxy movie were Mario Galaxy fans. And I'm not... You know, I've only ever played Galaxy 1, and... Okay, that's nice. I've only ever played Galaxy 1. And, you know, I enjoyed it. It was okay, but it wasn't like... You know, people talk about Mario Galaxy as if it's one of the, like, greatest inventions since, like, the wheel. And, I mean, I like it, but I wouldn't really place it in, like, my top Mario games. Okay, that's nice. It's just good. I don't really feel anything else for it besides, yeah, that's a good game. So I need to invest in Mario Land now. Because, you know, Nintendo's got to do something for the next movie. I think it's gonna be Nintendo Land stuff. Not Nintendo Land, Mario Land stuff. Because the Mario Land series, you know, it's been getting a little bit of acknowledgement. Like there's Mario Kart has a Nintendo Land inspired, a Mario Land inspired track. That's nice. I can see why people don't talk about this game. This is a little ass to control. But it's also, maybe I'm investing too early. Maybe I should wait for the next, you know, like 2 years when the next movie's gonna be out, probably. Because that's about how long it took for the Mario movie to the Galaxy movie. And this time Nintendo's coming in prepared, I think. I think they might make a game to go alongside the new movie. Not the, you know, whatever they decide to call it. And also there was the, whatever it's called, the pinball flower from this game that was in Mario Maker 2. Yay! So I think Nintendo, they might invest themselves in Mario Land nostalgia. Also, wasn't Daisy in the first Mario movie? Like the live action one with Bob Hoskins? Why do they do that? I feel like I remember that it was Daisy and not Peach. So Daisy's already made her screen debut. Ah. So this isn't entirely unfamiliar territory for her. I wonder if Nintendo's gonna keep that movie in their little vault. Oh. Huh? Okay. Oh. The ceiling kills you. It's like thwomps, but before thwomps, I think. I can't tell if those are enemies or just part of the background. But yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I know how those enemies work now. Oh, I can go in here. But yeah. There was also, like, so, back when I was streaming, like, last year, one of my most popular, like, VODs was the Donkey Kong Country VOD, where I played the original Donkey Kong Country. And I did that in the build-up for, oh, that's where that is. I did that in the build-up for Donkey Kong Bonanza. This power-up is kind of... Wow, this is awful. Yeah, I did that in the build-up for Donkey Kong Bonanza, because that was another thing where it was like, I was watching all these people be like, whoa, Donkey Kong is back. There hasn't been a new Donkey Kong game in like a decade since Tropical Freeze, and it's like, I don't really, like, I'm not, like, I was excited just to have a new, you know, Mario adjacent game. You know, I always enjoy, because this was going to be more of a Mario game than a Donkey Kong game. Like, that's what Bonanza was going to be. Because it's like the first... It's like going to be like, it was made by part of the Odyssey team. So obviously there's going to be, you know, parallels between this game and Odyssey. You know, you can't really avoid that. But it was like, you know, I wasn't really that invested in like, oh, Donkey Kong, he's coming back. Because, like, I haven't really played that many of the Donkey Kong games. I don't know, like, I don't have the nostalgia for it. Like, I played Tropical Freeze on the Switch. And that was like, I liked it, but it wasn't really, like, my favorite. Like, I just... It felt kind of... Tropical Freeze felt kind of... like, it just wasn't really my thing. Like, I liked the gameplay, but the thing is that, okay, this is the part where you learn that my tastes in video games are not good. Okay, this is a secret. I like playing games that I can 100%, whatever that means in that game, if I can do all the things in that game, then that's what I enjoy about games. I enjoy the completion process. Like, when I play a Mario game, I don't want to just play a Mario game. I want to get all the secrets and the coins. I want to get all the stars, if it's a 3D game. Get all the shines, get all the moons. Like, I enjoy completion in games. And the thing is that for Tropical Freeze and the other, you know, Donkey Kong Country Returns, I'm telling on myself here. Those games have time trials attached to them. Like, that's part of the completion, is the time trials. And there is nothing I hate more than those time trials in Tropical Freeze. They are like speedrunner levels of difficulty. Like, I've seen speedruns of, you know, Returns, and the time trials are, you know, like, the speedrunner times are not that different from, like, getting gold in the time trials. And I'm like, if the speedrunner is getting about the same time as they expect like the average person to get, then, you know, like, there's a lot of levels in Returns and Tropical Freeze. And there's a lot of hard levels, and they expect you to be like speedrunner levels of accuracy with them. And it's like, you know, I wouldn't mind that much, because, you know, I play like I played Sonic Generations, And, you know, the Sonic games, they expect you to, you know, do the fast and be fast, because they also have time trials. And it's like, but I enjoyed those in that game because Sonic games are built around speed. You know, the Donkey Kong Returns games are not built around speed. In fact, you know, one of the mechanics in the game has you blow a flower. And it's like literally stop and smell the roses is the kind of gameplay that the Returns duology encourages. So why did you add time trials? Oh, hi. Thank you, Mario. Oh, Daisy. It's a bug. But yeah, no. So the game's levels are built around, you know, taking your time. But then they ask you, no, don't take your time. We need you to actually go really fast. Actually, we need you to go so fast that you're like speedrunner level of fast. And it's like, I don't. Like that, you're asking too much at that point, like seriously. And I know that's only one aspect of the game, and it's like, oh, just play the levels normally, you don't have to, but like, no, I want to. I want to do the thing. I want to 100% it, please. Ooh. It's like, please just let me 100% the game. I promise I'll be good. No, I wanted to go in that. I didn't want to do that. But yeah. Because this is also a problem that Crash Bandicoot has. Where that game, a big part of that game, is the time trials. And I believe it was Crash 2, where like you couldn't even get the best time trials unless you got like speedrunner shoes, which you wouldn't get until you already finished the game. And it's like you can't even 100% the game without having already beaten it. And it's like, okay, why? Why are you like this? Why did you add time trials, please? I promise you don't need them. Most people don't even go for them because they're so difficult. I promise you didn't need to add them. Like, I remember seeing people, like, in the later Crash Bandicoot games, and even, like, Crash Team Racing. You know, I had a friend make fun of me for dropping Crash Team Racing, because I had played the game for a while, but I kind of stopped once they started doing, like, the developer ghosts, because I saw those were wacky. Things that they expected you to do are like, practically, you know, I joked about how the Donkey Kong Country Returns games wanted you to be speedrunner levels of perfect. Those final Crash Bandicoot time trials wanted you to be actually speedrunner levels of perfect, like, not even exaggeration. And it was like, I didn't feel like playing the game because I couldn't do everything, because that's kind of absurd. But yeah, I don't think you should shoehorn in time trials just to... What the hell is this? Just to have more gameplay, because I would rather, you know, a solid, like, I would rather a solid completion experiments compared to a annoying one. You know? Like, I'd rather just do... Like, I'll just collect the gems. I'll just collect the DK letters. I don't need this... Okay, that's fine. I don't need this, like, time trials just added in here without any, like, thought put into it. Like, literally, in Crash 2, they had to add an item so that people could actually complete the time trials, and it's like, why do you even have the time trials at that point? What's the... What's the point of that? But yeah. Please, I need a mushroom. Okay. Mushroom? I think that's also why I'm not really a fan of, like... Oh. This is interesting. The older, like, Mario games, because, like, A, I didn't grow up with them, and B, once you complete them, like, your progress isn't saved. What hit me? Oh, no, it's a star. Once you complete them, your progress doesn't save, so it's like... It actively discourages any sort of 100% completion because, like, your progress won't be stored. And everything just resets. Because I believe in Mario World there's even, like, you know... like the dragon coins. And it's like, but there's no... The game doesn't keep track of the dragon coins. It just... What? I didn't realize I was playing a bullet hell. But yeah, like with the dragon coins, you know, I don't think they do anything. Like, I think that they're just, like, to increase your high score, because they don't keep track of them. What? Okay. Kill the fish. Fish are the enemy. Okay, don't back up into the bullets. Wow. But yeah. Although I think for the Game Boy Advance release... Oh, it says Mario. I believe for the Game Boy Advance release, they did make it so that the game keeps track of the dragon coins, and it is like a form of 100%. Okay. That is an awful sound. But yeah. That's just my humble opinion. And she was an octopus. Oh, it's these guys. It's the famous Mario Land, guys. I think they're called like Toko Tokos. I know the flying ones have a different name. There we go. I'm granular again. Okay. What is this guy's problem? Okay. You know, anytime you want to give me a fire... What? That was kind of scary. Oh. Wow, these guys are on a mission to kill you. What is this? What is this nonsense? Don't. What? Please. These guys are kind of terrifying. Okay, I need to get on the rock. Okay. This game's momentum is, not the best in the series. I was going off a little bit on a tangent earlier about, you know, time trials in games that don't need time trials, but I remember I was trying to say that, like, the reason why I was playing this partly in preparation for... Okay. I was talking about the Donkey Kong, when I played Donkey Kong Country, and that was one of my most viewed VODs. And then I went off on a tangent about, like, the state of the Donkey Kong franchise and whatnot. And the thing that I was trying to get to was that, like, Okay. I was trying to get to was that something. It was one of my most viewed VODs, and that was like in one of my second most viewed ones was my Mario Strikers playthrough, where I put Donkey Kong in the thumbnail, and this was during the build-up to Bonanza. And that was like... You know, that was because it was... The reason why that was popular was because of the relation to the game's release and what I was playing. Because I was like, I was giving people... I think I was giving people, like, that sort of craving. Because, like, you know, there's all the hype for a new Donkey Kong game. I think many people are in the same boat as me, where, like, they didn't grow up playing any Donkey Kong game because there hasn't been a new one in over a decade. So I think that people were looking for, you know, more, like, trying to find more, okay, this one spider. Trying to find more Donkey Kong to satiate them. Or to, like, so that they could get in on the, okay. So that they could sort of get in on the hype train as well. They wanted, like, I think it was because people either wanted to feel a part of it, or they wanted to, like, okay, invest in the hype of it. Or maybe it was just because search results and whatnot. Because also my Soul Blazers video, because, you know, I had to restart the channel because I had lost my email for my old How are you supposed to do this? For the old VODs channel. And the Deltarune video got 8 views overnight. And, you know, for a new channel, that's not that bad. You know, the typical amount of views you get is 0. And I think that's because of the whole Deltarune madness that's going on right now because the newsletter isn't out. And so people are, like, looking up, like, Deltarune all the time, because it's like, please, Toby, please, we need the... Okay, that's very nice. Please, we need the Deltarune of the Chapter 5. And they're just, like, desperately, like, please, did the game leak? Please tell me that the game leaked. Please tell me that the newsletter is out. Like, just anything to satiate their need for, okay? A Deltarune. Yeah. No. That's one thing you can criticize me for, is that I don't have the patience to replay 20 minutes of a game again. And it's like, I do not feel any bit of guilt for using the rewind feature. Because, like, you know, they wouldn't put a rewind feature in the game if they didn't know that Oh, that is awful. This is an awful background. Okay. Because, you know, it took them a couple of years to figure out that replaying like an hour's worth of video game isn't fun. Or maybe the technology just wasn't there yet. Yay. Because, you know, I'm fine with getting sent back to the beginning of the level. But the beginning of the game? I think I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, the Deltarune video, 8 views because people want Deltarune. And that's the thing, you know? So, you know, it's like, you know, it's hype chasing, but it's also like, I do want to play this game to an extent. Even though I only expected it to be like 30 minutes, and then there was like, surprise, this fan game that you heard of from like a trailer on YouTube has 5 hours worth of gameplay, and it's like, okay, I'll finish it at some point, but it's probably not going to be like today. Because also I kind of get, I'm a little, you know, iPad kid brained. I get bored of games pretty. I get bored of games. And so, like, I want to play a varietous amount of things. And so that's why I'm playing Mario Land. Please. It also is for that, you know, I'm getting ahead of the curve on the Daisy hype train. Cause like beyond Mario Land, she doesn't really have her own like sort of identity as a Mario character. I mean, she has like, you know, there's her personality in the sports games, and then there's also, you know, there's Mario Wonder, and then there's Mario Run, where she's a playable character. But it's like this is the original. Please. Okay. Okay. Because this is also where a lot of Daisy's theming comes from. Which is like, general third world country theming. Like you've got, okay, well, not third world country, but you know, like countries that are not particularly popular in like the world stage. So it's like you have pyramids like Egypt. Why is this game like this? But then you also have, you know, just Easter Island heads, which are from South America. And but they're like desert. And then you got sphinxes, and it's like, okay. Oh wow, that's not. Ooh. Please. Oh. Okay. Why do they only put the mushrooms in the spots where you're most likely to instantly lose it? Ooh. Okay, I don't have a flower. There we go. Who is this guy? Strong Arms Johnson? Well, no, wow. 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 And she was a spider. But yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna use this game as sort of a reference point for how the next Mario movie is gonna play out. Yeah, they really want you to have that flower. Oh, excuse me. And now we're in China, I guess? What the? That's a person. What? And they're still alive. I guess they didn't want you to kill people. Okay. So it's like you just squish them? I guess Mario is just at a very Chinese part of his life. Any day now. Wow. Please. Yeah, I'm not sure this is particularly the most well-aged part of Mario. I don't think it's really like, you're telling me the only humans that Mario ever stomps on are the ones in the China-inspired stage. Sounds a little feeling that's coming from somewhere. Maybe not a place of love. Okay. Oh. Please. Mushroom. Take these as well. Please? Okay. I'm just... Oh, hi everyone. Okay. I wonder how long they've been doing this run along one block thing. Because this was a thing even in Super Mario 3D World. Do they have a pipe at the beginning of these levels as like this is how Mario got here? Because I know that like they've always tried to do sort of environmental kind of storytelling in the Mario games. Oh. So weird guy. Please, one flower. Oh, no. You can see my patience fully on display here. Because I want that flower. Okay, so this is these are fire bars. Please. no. Yeah, I'm 100% fine cheesing this game when they pull stuff like that. Ooh, hello. I want my flower back. I promise I'll stop doing this at some point. But it's just like, come on. I found the pot of gold, and I want to have that. I want to have those. I want to have those coins. Because it's like, come on. Like, look at this. Like, you wouldn't do the same thing? Like, come on. This is like one of those, like, algorithm sorting things, kind of. Well, presumably you're supposed to be a bit better at the whole. Because I want all the coins. Like, come on. Like, I need all the coins. Almost there. This is very important to me. Almost. Okay, we can move on now. Yay. I wonder if they're going to include the Chinese part of Daisy's past. Oh. Whoa. I wouldn't mind seeing another one of these types of levels in a new Mario. Just preferably with better controls. Mushroom. These birds kind of look like a Watto. Why am I in this corridor? Get me out of here. What's up with this corridor? This isn't... Why is this like this? Oh! Oh! Mushroom. Okay, I see how it is. Okay. This is, something. Oh! Okay. Is this the end of the game? Because that's the guy from the box art. Purple guy. Wait, purple guy. No. Please. Why is that? Why is the final boss the only boss that doesn't have any hit sound? Is this the real Daisy? It is. Oh, Daisy, Daisy. Thank you, Mario. Your quest is over. Goofy ass walking animation. I guess that was it. I did it. Oh, that was a nice little motif that they had there. Dun dun dun. I like how even back then they were doing credits. Like movie credits. Can I move around? No, I can't. Yeah, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I also did use a rewind, so it was probably a longer experience back then because, you know, you were expected to die at the final section of the game and then have to replay it over again. Special thanks to Taki. But yeah. But that was okay. It was, you know, the slippery physics and the small platforms. I wouldn't say those were, you know, particularly good aspects of this game. But other than that, I can imagine if, you know, it's 1989 and you need something to play, this probably isn't bad. And that's it. Yeah, especially that Mario in the corner right there, that's a very Grand-Dadulry Mario. And this is just the preview that they show you. Yeah. I didn't really have anything else planned for today. I didn't really feel like playing anything else today, so I'm just gonna call it here. I'm not a particularly long-winded streamer. Kind of like, oh, I had a save point and it was on the original Game Boy version. Almost a year ago. Okay, I don't really feel like doing anything else. And besides, I got other things I gotta do today. This is a Scumular box art. It's a scum. It's a pretty scumular looking goblin. Anyways, yeah. Okay, that's it. My goal is to be streaming around like 9 to 10 every day. But I've also got some, I gotta get my wisdom teeth removed, and you can't really talk while you're recovering from that, so I'll do what I can, and if I'm not streaming, then I'm not streaming. That's just gonna be it. Anyways, for now, I think I'm gonna check out. So yeah, see you later.